Tell us, what is the situation when it comes to restrictions now in Italy? What is being lifted and what remains in place?
Well, basically, you have about three-quarters of the regions in the country based under that yellow zone. Now, that's the lowest level of risk in terms of this color-tiered system that we have here. And what that means is that in those yellow zones, including Rome, where I'm in, the Lazio region, bars and restaurants now can open. They can serve their clients as long as it's outdoors. That said, though, the 10 p.m. curfew still remains in place. So everybody has to eat up and get home in time for that 10 p.m. curfew. On top of that, as you mentioned, cinemas, concert halls, theaters open, but with a 50% attendance that's allowed. Schools in the yellow zones as will be able to be open all the way up to middle school, and even those higher, some 70 to 100%, depending on the situation in the schools in terms of space. And movements between the yellow regions will be allowed. If you want to go to the those that are in orange area, higher risk, you need to prove that you've been vaccinated or show that you have a negative COVID-19 test. Now, most Italians pleased about this, but also very concerned about what it will mean. Now, the Prime Minister has said it's a calculated risk. Yes, the infections are down. Yes, the number of admissions to intensive care units have also come down, but the deaths, unfortunately, remain stubbornly high. We're seeing hundreds of deaths daily still, and Italy does have the highest death toll for COVID-19 in the entire European Union, with more than 119,000 people who have died from COVID-19 here in this country. And there are experts who are saying it is a dangerous move. Health experts out there are saying this is going to result in a fourth wave and significant deaths. But I guess there's been immense pressure from regional leaders as well as from business leaders asking for this reopening. And I guess, as the Prime Minister said, it's a calculated risk.
Indeed, Seema, Mario Draghi under that political and economic pressure, and I believe he's presenting a post-COVID recovery plan to Parliament this Monday.
Yes, indeed. I mean, he has to meet that 30th April deadline that the EU has put in place. And he's going to be presenting his plan because, of course, there's this massive chunk of money, more than 200 billion euros, that's going to be coming in loans, as grants, as part of the post-pandemic recovery fund that the EU is dishing out to various European countries. Italy getting a large chunk of that money. And it's necessary because if you look at the situation right now in the country, in the last year, the economy shrank by 8.9%. The country lost 1 million jobs in total. And so this money that's coming in is much needed. And it's hoped that it will be used for infrastructure projects towards a more green economy, more environmentally friendly projects, if you like, as well as greater digitalization, because Italy, of course, one of the lowest countries in terms of the European Union, in terms of the reach of the internet. So the hope that this will build on that in some way, and also help for women as well as young people that have been very much affected by the pandemic, and long-term problems that Italy has needed to be solved, things like reform of the justice system as well as the public administration system. So it's a massive plan that he will be presenting to Parliament this week, and he's got that broad coalition. So it's likely that he will push it through. We've seen Mario Draghi's support, the Prime Minister's support, drop since the highs that he had when he first came into power in this coalition government. But the hope is still there that he is the right man to help Italy get through this tough period.
Seema Gupta in Rome, thanks very much for that.